Elon and Trump has China threatening us with war. And what I mean by that is they said, and I quote, "We're ready for any kind of war you want to bring." They talking about, you got that smoke, let's go. You know, in Biden's era, we basically stood to the side and told them, listen, if you come anywhere near Taiwan, it's on. We'll try to work with you, yada, yada. But Trump is now coming at it with, and Elon's talking crap over there too, which is like, okay, you're coming at it with, oh, we're going to put tariffs on you. We're going to tear you down by any means necessary. We're going to take you over. And China is usually very subtle. Xi Jinping is a very calm, laid-back guy. So to hear this threat, understand when China is saying stuff big, when they're saying stuff like this, they're saying it in a small way. In other words, they're saying we're ready. But what they really mean is we about to mess you up or try to. What I'm saying is this is a prelude to possible war. We've been looking at Europe talking about World War III. Oh, that may start with China. And it would be disastrous for both our economies because there's so much intertwined business we do and connection we do. Heck, I don't even want to visit China right now, given the tension they've made. You know, they meaning Trump. And so what we have is this crazy thing going on where there's tension with China, more so than it's ever been in the last 20 years. And we're in a situation where they're ready because he's been making these threats on tariffs for a year plus. Do you know that? So the thing is, they were prepared, and it's different now versus his first term because they were more dependent on America several years ago. Okay, 9 years ago, they were more dependent on America. They got out of that. They found ways to do more exports elsewhere. Not to mention, they're doing more investment in countries in Africa. How do we know? Because they held a meeting with most African countries. I think there's like 52 countries in Africa, and 50 showed up, or 54 and 52 showed up. And basically, they told them, this is what we can do for you. Forget America, da 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 da. And I'm like, whoa. Reagan would have lost his mind because he was all about preventing Russia from doing anything. But this is different, as we know. What are we doing to fight this? Well, here's the thing. Right now, we're in courts where there's been 27 rulings by federal judges. We've won 26. This is important because they are following what the courts say. See, if they don't follow what the courts say, the marshals have to come after them. Well, you say the marshals are under Pam Bondi. No, bunk that. No, let me explain it to you. The marshals got their own mindset, okay? It's like Bolsheviks out of Russia. They got their own mindset. You don't control them. They follow the law. Even if there's pro-Trump people out there, there's some people going to follow the letter of the law. The other thing is that in the long term, it works in their favor. How do we know? Because if they listen to Trump, they lose their job, their licensing, and their freedom. But Trump pardons them. But they still can't come back because they lost their licensing. And basically, they mess with a federal law. What happened? Think about Steve Bannon. He didn't come back to the White House even though he was pardoned. And neither was anybody else he pardoned. Here's the other thing. If they follow the judges, they might get fired, but the judges will bring them back. How do we know? Because out of those 27 rulings that we've had, that we've won, several of them were for FBI, CIA, Inspector Generals, and USA Aid employees, and they got their jobs back. So what I'm saying is they could get their job back and never go to jail following what the judge says, and they go after them and shut them down. This is how deep it can get. I want you to understand we are, in fact, winning, even though it looks crazy as heck. Hang in there and subscribe to my channel here and follow me for more.